Hello world, it's me again. It's the Don, the senator of smooth and rude, coming to you live from the 7-5. Why? Cause we global, baby. Yeah. This the Mansion in the Sky podcast where we build the lamb while we drive it. And that's why we strive to become envious, which is unconquerable and influential in all areas of our life or your life. Our focus here at the mansion is to learn lessons from current events, either global or local, and apply it. And also, staying in the mix about technology and health in a cold, calculated, and ever so changing world. So, envious ones, welcome to the home of the anti hero. I got my coffee, I got my smokes, and today, first of all, I want to give a shout out to Quentin Cafe Coffee. I don't know how to say your last name, Quentin, but I think it's Cafe. I don't know, but I want to give a shout out to Quentin, one of my newest subscribers, followers. I appreciate it. You motivate me. Um, People like that make you want to keep going. Um, he sent me the first topic today, which we will be talking about a Virginia Beach man who went on a murder streak. He went homicidal, killed 3 people in the Hampton Roads area. Absolutely sick. And then after that, we're going to transition into, of course, my favorite topic or genre, the technology genre. And we're going to talk about how scientists developed a magnetic slime robot that they deploy inside the human body. That should be interesting. So, before I give you the word of the day, let me give you an ism. Random thought, that's what the Don isms are. It's either a word of some advice or just a random thought, and you can do with it what you want. But other night, last night, matter of fact, I went out to the bar. Had a cutie with me. Her cute ass. Shout out to your cute ass. Had a cutie with me, and I'm like, hey, let's go outside. Let's smoke real quick. So go outside. As we're walking to go sit down outside in the smoke section, one of the waitresses, uh, white girl, she kind of looks at me with like those puppy dog eyes, and she's like, "You're beautiful." And I'm just like, "Thank you." I mean, what do you say? What do you say to that? You just gotta say thank you and keep going. And you know, I hadn't gotten a compliment like that in a while since I had my locks and I was really getting the retwist and I was on my Jacquees ish with the locks. Getting a fresh retwist every month, taking care of them, oil in the scalp, all of that. So it just makes me feel good that dyeing my hair, cutting it, that works. That this is a good decision. Because, I mean, who expects to walk into a bar and and the girl's just like, "You're beautiful." Like, what I mean? It's funny, man, but I mean, it's not the first time, won't be the last time. Cause I mean, ain't I handsome? I mean, hey, it's just funny. You just walk in, minding your business, got a cutie with you, and then next thing you know, Another, she wasn't that cute, but she was alright. She was alright. And she walk up to you and she's just like, "You're beautiful." And then every time she came back to the table to ask us if we were good, she just was like nervous. She was really nervous. She was fumbling with her words and fumbling with everything in her hands. And I mean, I guess I got that effect. So, stay envious, unconquerable, influential. All right, word of the day. The word of today is, of course, convoluted. It's an adjective. What does it mean? Convoluted means very complicated and difficult to understand. Sounds like diarrhea. It is a synonym of involved and intricate. All right, convoluted in text. It has been a long and convoluted journey without a roadmap to follow, but somehow, some way, we found it. Convoluted. Convolute. Same thing. Adjective. Just one of those words you can kind of throw out there when someone's being difficult. Understand? It's a lot of difficult people out there. I mean, I was talking to someone who was like, the conversation that we were having was about polyamory. And I mean, it was kind of all over the place because first we started talking about relationships. This is between myself and this woman who was about 5 years younger than me. First of all, she asked me how old I was. I said, I'm 30. She like, nah, you're not 30. You're not 30. I'm like, yeah, I am. I'm 30. I'm definitely 30. I was born in 91. I'm 30. She's like, oh, I thought you were 25. I'm like, no, I'm definitely 30. And she's like, nah. So, asking me like what my standards are and stuff like that as far as women are concerned. And I mean, honestly, my standards and my expectations is whatever I got going on at the time. Right now, I don't have the emotional bandwidth for a relationship, and that's just what it is. That would convolute things for me. But nah, when we got to talking about polyamory and the way that I was explaining it, she explained the same exact thing. And I'm like, you don't listen too well. Like I didn't say it, cause usually I would just break them off with that. And matter of fact, I have told her this before, but I was like, you don't listen too well, like at all. And I think that's a problem with this generation too. TikTok brains. And I mean, hey, I've had that issue too sometimes, but sometimes I just don't be knowing what people be talking about. Like Jamaican brother that I work with, like, I'm sorry, but I can't understand the Jamaican dialect. I cannot. It is hard for me to understand it. That is like a tenth of English, and then I don't understand everything else. Like it's not a tenth of English, but I just can't understand it. Like I be trying to understand it. So you asking me to do something, and to me, it sounds convoluted. I'm an American. I speak English. That's what it is. I'm sorry. Not really, but I just can't understand it. So convoluted. All right. The meat of it. The meat of it. I'm not going to play the video. All right. So, man accused of 3 homicides in Hampton Roads amidst the shooting girlfriend, setting house on fire, and On fire in jailhouse interview. Sick. Come on, man. Like, for what? For what, man? Come on. Now, when Quentin told me about this, oh yeah, also before I get into this, something that I want to do and I will do is when I put out the merchandise line, the clothing line, well merchandise line for Mention in the Sky podcast. What I'm gonna do, um, I'll refine at least the selection process, but what I want to do is people who send me articles and I actually choose and review that article and showcase it on the show. Those people, I'll pick one every week or maybe every 2 weeks, and I will send you an appreciation package. Or I might do it like the highest, the person who um donated the most money one week, and then also a person who um shared a story with me that I enjoy actually going over and reviewed, or I felt like I got the most out of. So that's what I want to do. Um, as soon as I get the merchandise line up, I want to do that. If not every week, every 2 weeks. So I already have two people that will be getting a mansion in the sky care package. So thank you, Quentin, and thank you, Thickney. All right. So going into this article, this is coming to us from WTKR.com, written by Miss Chelsea Donovan a couple of days ago. Sick. People are sick. This is absolutely disturbing. I have the window open, so you're going to hear tomfoolery going on outside, but that's okay because soon we getting ready to move into the actual studio. Like I said in earlier episodes, I'm just comfortable right here. Don't care. I do need to order some lights, but besides that, is we gonna build the land while we drive it. I mean, I got the studio set up back there, but I'm not even worried about it right now. I'm just worried about getting better every single day. That's it. All right, so let's go into it. Norfolk VA. Just seconds into a half-hour interview in the Virginia Beach City Jail, a man accused of second-degree murder and arson admitted to shooting his girlfriend and setting her townhome on fire. Cola Bill IV told News 3 reporter Chelsea Donovan that he snapped and shot his girlfriend, Miss Hill, uh, age 31, in the head because her parents kept confronting him about his future plans with his daughter. I had a breaking point. Her mom kept calling and she was crying. I pulled her dog in the room and I was going to set the dog on fire. All right, let's see. So, I had a breaking point. Her mom kept calling and she was crying, Bill said. Bill said he was fed up with her parents interfering in their relationship and her attitude changed. So he told Donovan he shot Hill in the head inside of her Virginia Beach townhome last Tuesday. I pulled the dog in the room and I was gonna set the dog on fire. And she told me, "No, don't don't do nothing to the dog. You can take me and do whatever you were gonna do to the dog to me instead." And so that's what I did. Hill's body was discovered 2 days later by police when her townhome went up in flames. Bill says he has no remorse for killing Hill. When you snap, you don't think about remorse. 12 hours after Bill killed Hill, he headed to his adopted father, Clifton Baxter's home on Linda Court in Virginia Beach, where he killed the 73-year-old. Bill said with him during that murder was his cousin, 32-year-old Downing McLean, who would become his third victim. Bill told Donovan the two of them got into an argument after he killed Baxter. I got fed up with him because he didn't think I was helping him. So I said, man, I just killed two people. Do you think I'm not ready to shoot again? Bill said, I went right in the kitchen, shot him in the head. He didn't drop and kept moving. So I shot him in the back to make sure he hit the ground. 3 days in a row, 3 victims. Bill told Donovan he went to Hampton on Thursday, taking McLean's girlfriend as his hostage to chill in an Airbnb and watch the man hunt for himself on the news. I was watching y'all's broadcast. Y'all did some good broadcasts. Sick. That man sick. He said while in his Airbnb, he was plotting who to kill next. I was definitely looking for more people, but choosing my people wisely. 1 week after Bill started his killing spree, he was caught by U.S. Marshals. Now, from behind bars, the admitted killer says he has a message for those watching. You just admitted to killing 3 people, and your advice to people at home is to go check on your loved ones? Donovan asked. Yes, because if you don't check, they don't know someone is dead since last Tuesday. Bill has a criminal history dating back to 2005, armed robbery, and sexual assault on child, or on children, or a child, are just a few of the crimes for which Bill served prison time. So, dude's already a menace. According to court documents, Bill pleaded guilty to sexual battery with a child younger than 13 years old. He was sentenced to a year in prison in 2018 for sexual abuse. That happened in 2005. Because of a plea agreement with Bill pleading guilty, the charge was reduced to misdemeanor under the condition Bill would register as a sex offender. Bill registered with the Sex Offender Registry in 2018 and again in 2020, listing his address in Virginia Beach. News 3 combed through documents and they reveal Bill pleaded guilty to several charges in 2012, including conspiracy, 2 separate charges of robbery, including armed robbery and the use of a firearm by a felony. Man, they left a lot of words out of this. Bill served 6 years for those crimes under the condition of good behavior after his release in supervised probation. He was released under the condition of having good behavior upon release, but in 2019 he was arrested for violation of probation. According to court documents, his last known place of employment was at a thrift store. Virginia Beach Police Chief Paul Newdegate described Bill as a very dangerous individual. On Thursday, News 3 confirmed that Cola Bill IV, biological father Cola Winborn Bill, was arrested in 2014 for the murder of a 47-year-old Gaithersburg woman. The victim was identified as June Carlita Bill, his wife. Bill IV is in jail under no bond. He faced a judge Friday, and it was decided that his preliminary hearing will be June the 2nd at 8:30 a.m. He was also appointed a public defender who will visit him in the next 48 hours. Public defenders said Friday that they will likely have Bill undergo a mental health evaluation. We reached out to the victims' families who asked for privacy at this time. So, current trends equal future events, or current events equal future trends. All the signs were here. All of the signs were here. Everything from sexually assaulting children to, where is it? Conspiracy, 2 separate charges of robbery, armed robbery, use of a firearm by a felony, violating probation, current trends, current events turn into future trends. I don't think I'm saying right, but you get the gist of it because my audience is intelligent. I use inquisitive uniques. We're not A dubs. We're not ambitious weirdos over here. So that's the sum up of this article, man. Like, this guy was getting ready to go off the deep end anyways. He was enjoying this. He was enjoying this. And it's just some people who just get off to hurting people. But if you ask me, this says it right here. On Thursday, News 3 confirmed that Cola Bill IV's biological father, Cole Bill III, was arrested in 2014 for the murder of a 47-year-old Gaithersburg woman. The victim was identified as June Carlita Bill. It was in his blood. That's his father. Father of man accused of killed wife in 2014. Okay. Yeah. Father of man accused of 3 homicides in Hampton Roads killed wife in 2014, according to police. That's the guy who the article was about. The first article. I'm not gonna read this, but this runs in his family, man. Like, there's a book. I'm gonna move on to the next one, but before I do, there's a book called How to Outwit the Devil, and in that book, there's a journalist who's interviewing the devil, and he eventually he persuades the devil to give up his details on how he controls the population on Earth. And the devil says, number 1, you get them while they're young. Then, number 2, you get the drifters. People who aren't focused. People who are too focused on getting their ass. People who do drugs. People who have no purpose in life. People who are not free thinkers. People who are slaves. Yes, slavery is a well and thriving. I said a well. Alive, well, and thriving. Nah, it's good. Slavery is good. Shit, I'm a slave right now, but I don't want to be no more. That's why I'm doing this podcast, because I don't want to be a slavery. I don't want to be a slave anymore. You know, I'm not a slave to women. That they don't have a hold on me. Not like how they did when I was a young boy. Drugs don't have a hold on me. Never have. Never will. The only hold that's on me is financial. That's it. Student loans. That's it. That's it. Pay those off. I'm free. So, with that being said, if you ask me, this case right here, this kid, well, not kid, this man, he was raised to be like this. His father was a killer. The son is a killer, and enjoyed this. It's sick. You learned it from somewhere. And when he had that gun in his hand, that man felt powerful. You could tell. He didn't care. He was getting ready to kill the girl. His cousin's he was getting ready to kill his cousin's girlfriend. And that man didn't care. He was enjoying this. He said he would have killed more. And I didn't even see the part where he set the house on fire. Or nah, I did. That was in the first part. Yeah, he set the townhouse on fire. Like no regard for human life. I know I say in the intro, um, this is a cold, calculated world, and ever so changing. But there are good people in this world. There are good people in this world. But see, thing is, reason why I believe good people are some good people got it figured out. But the reason I think good people are losing and getting their ass whipped in this world is because they ain't got no backbone. They let people like this walk all over them. Nope, nope, nope. You know, I think it's important that you stay strapped with the blicky. I think it's important that you are a martial artist, as in you know how to kick somebody's fucking ass, and that you stay dangerous. You can be cool. You can be Mr. Smiles, Mr. Giggles, whatever the French toast. You can be that. But my personal belief, this is what my uncles done told me, is stay dangerous. Stay dangerous and don't let people play with you. And I mean, I could tell this was unexpected. This was unexpected. These people wasn't expecting for this brother to blow up on them, but what I'm taking from this is stay dangerous and prepare yourself, as in go to the gun range, have your blick, be a martial artist, unless you already know how to fight, and do your best to stay around people like this. People who get angry all the damn time, negative people. Do your best to stay from around that. It's a cold, calculated world, but there are good people in this world. There are good people out here. Clearly, this man he wasn't raised to be good. And I think a lot of times our mistake is we like to see the good in people. But this man he wanted to kill more. He wanted to kill more. And he would have killed more if he wouldn't have got caught. So, people like that deserve to be behind bars. He don't care. He good either way. We hey, we can chalk it up to mental health. We can chalk it up to whatever it is. But I'm not going to let any moist people convince me otherwise that this brother hasn't earned a bid, a lifelong bid behind bars. There are no moist people on this planet that can convince me otherwise that this brother did not earn a lifelong bid behind bars. Moving along. Scientists develop magnetic slime robot to deploy inside human body. All right. So, this is capable of traversing small spaces and clinging to solid objects, which could be deployed inside a human body. In a study published, first of all, this is coming to us from AmericanMilitaryNews.com, and Miss Liz George wrote this on April Fool's Day. So, this study was published in the journal Advanced Functional Materials last week. Researchers described the slime as magnetic, miniature, soft body robots that allow non invasive access to restricted spaces and provide ideal solutions for minimally invasive surgery, micro manipulation, and targeted drug delivery. A robot made of magnetic slime could be deployed inside the body to perform tasks such as retrieving objects swallowed by accident. New Scientist tweeted a video of it. So let's watch the video. We're gonna keep the sound off because I don't know what's up with that. Like, man, this is really, this is amazing. And honestly, this learning about this stuff is so much more interesting than being around some boring people. Boring people, boring women, people that's worried about boring people. This is so much more interesting. Like the people that are coming up with this stuff. Ambitious. I want to be that ambitious to invent something that's never been here, and I might don't ever invent anything. But man, I'm so amazed. I am so amazed at what the human mind can do. The human brain is the greatest creation ever placed on planet Earth. That's why we got to use it. Instead of trying to, I don't want to live forever. I think it might be somewhere else that my soul needs to transcend to. If it don't just cut off. We're not gonna go into religion. Cause we anti-heroes over here. We don't care nothing about that. I mean, I do, but I love people and I want people to watch what I got. So I don't wanna offend the people who enjoy what I do. I want y'all to come over here and have open conversations with me. And I might don't be able to answer your questions. But I'll listen. I'm open to some things. In the study, researchers wrote that the proposed slime robot implements various functions, including grasping solid objects, as you saw, swallowing and transporting harmful things, human motion, monitoring, and circuit switching and repair. They also noted that the robots can negotiate through narrow channels with a diameter of 1.5 millimeters and maneuver on multiple substrates in complex environments, as we already witnessed. This study proposes the design of novel soft body robots and enhances their future applications in biomedical, electronic, and other fields, is stated. According to Newsweek, the slime was developed using a mixture of a I don't know how to say that, called polyvinyl alcohol, borax, and magnetic particles made from neodymium, a rare earth metal. One of the slime's creators, Lu Zhang, told The Guardian that the robot is viscoelastic, meaning that it can behave like both a solid and a liquid. That's so interesting. When you touch it very quickly, it behaves like a solid. When you touch it gently and slowly, it behaves like a liquid. Oh my goodness. This is so much more interesting than dealing with people who aren't enjoying life. Learning about what the human mind is building out here. If they can do it, we can do it. So get to it. Hold on. I want to write down that. It's amazing. It's if they can do it, we can do it. The ultimate goal is to deploy it like a robot, adding that the robot does not have autonomy yet. I thought that was autonomous. I thought it was doing it on its own. We still consider it as fundamental research, trying to understand its material properties. I thought y'all built it. The slime's magnetic particles are also toxic, so the robot is coated in silica to act as supposedly protective layer, silicone. The safety would also strongly depend on how long you would keep them inside of your body. Um, yeah, man. They call it the Glob. I just thought it was so, man. I saw this. It instantly just, I was like, yep, that's my article right there. So with that being said, with technology moving and changing so quickly, why not see what AI is doing in medicine? The pros and the cons. What does it have to offer to humanity at this point right now? From last episode, we were talking about um how fast humanity is advancing. And I think it was something along the lines like at first it was 1200 years. Every 1200 years we were advancing. Then 900. Then we got to then 600. Then we got to industrial revolution. Then, it sped up a little bit. So then it got to like 60 years. And then once we start getting artificial intelligence in here, like how it's gonna be, it'll get to the point where it's advancing weekly. And at that point we won't be able to keep up. It'll be too far to go. It'll be way too far gone. Just like I said in the article yesterday or in the last episode. Intelligence explosion, which is basically called singularity. And what is singularity? A hypothetical point in time at which technological growth becomes uncontrollable and irreversible, resulting in unforeseeable changes to human civilization. That's where it's going. It's going to get there. But in the meanwhile, while we still have a handle and a grip on things, we're going to look into the pros and cons of AI and medicine. So, it provides real-time data, streamlines tasks, saves time and resources, assists researchers, and may reduce physician stress because we're human. That's why we're in the age of artificial intelligence. People want to make a buck. People can't even listen. Attention spans are short. This is just where it's going. This ain't the 90s no more. Everything is microwave. I'm excited for the future, but I'm scared. Limits of AI in medicine as of right now. Keyword as in right now. Needs human surveillance. It may overlook social variables. May lead to unemployment. That's going to happen. Inaccuracies are still possible. Susceptible to, blah, 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 to security risk. I mean, hey, it's providing it straight like that. So let's go into the pros a little bit. All right, so provides real time data. A critical component of diagnosing and addressing medical issues is acquiring accurate information in a timely manner. With AI, doctors and other medical professionals can leverage immediate and precise data to expedite and optimize critical clinical decision making. Generating more rapid and realistic results can lead to improved preventative steps, cost savings, and patient wait times. Real time analytics can help improve physician patient relationships. Making vital patient data available through mobile devices can engage patients in their treatment. So basically, you damn near your phone's gonna be a doctor. It's gonna diagnose you. And then once you got your diagnosis, somebody's gonna be able to access that information because data is gold. And then you go in and they gonna send this, they gonna shoot this in you. They'll probably put you to sleep. Or you might be awake. You can't feel nothing, whatever the case is. And they're gonna go right to the source. This is gonna find it. This is gonna get so smart, it's gonna be able to fix anything. Streamlined tasks. AI in medicine has already changed healthcare practices everywhere. Innovations include appointments scheduling, translating clinical details, and tracking patient histories. AI is enabling healthcare facilities to streamline more tedious and meticulous tasks. For example, intelligent radiology technology is able to identify significant visual markers, saving hours of intense analysis. Other automated systems exist to automate appointment scheduling, patient tracking, and care recommendations. So basically, it goes along the lines of the unemployment, as in you're not gonna need any more assistance, is what it's coming to. Remember, current trends equal future events. This is where it's going. It's just like what I'm in school for. Eventually, they're not gonna need me. So hopefully technology doesn't advance that quickly where I have to work beside humanoids. You know? Now, the day when AI gets so good that they don't need humans to create music, it's gonna be a sad day. That's gonna be a sad day. I think that's when the end of civilization as we know it will be upon us. All right, saves time and resources. As more vital processes are automated, medical professionals have more time to assess patients and diagnose illnesses and ailment. AI is accelerating operations to save medical establishments precious productivity hours. In any sector, time equals money. So AI has the potential to save hefty costs. I mean, bro, it's all about money. It's all about money. It's money is the root of all evil. We can agree on that. But I believe it's the worshiping of money. See, me, I love what money can do for me. As in, I can take trips. I can eat in a nice restaurant. I can get some of the finest liquors known to man. All right. Hell, I can dye my hair copper and turn into Copper Rich. That's my other nickname, Copper Rich. It's all about money. Like right here, it's estimated around 200 billion is wasted in the healthcare industry annually. A good portion of these unnecessary costs are attributed to administrative strains such as filing, reviewing, and resolving accounts. About the money. I don't need to continue on with that. Assist research. AI enables researchers to amass large swaths of data from various resources. The ability to draw upon a rich and growing information body allows for more effective analysis of deadly diseases. Related to real time data, research can benefit from the wide body of information available as long as it's easily translated. So, grabbing information from China, grabbing information from Russia, grabbing information from Germany, grabbing information from um um San Francisco, grabbing information from Austin and translating it all into English. And then, okay, well, everybody said the same thing about how we have to send this the glob into you. You gotta put you to sleep or numb you, you know what I'm saying? But then everybody got different type of ways to do it, or this way right here is not really correct, or whatever the case might be. But putting all that information together, man, making it easier. So it's like it already puts it together. Man, I'm excited for the future. I'm excited for it. I really am. But everything needs balance. So only time will tell what the other side of this is gonna be. I mean, ultimately we know where this is going, but if you're let's say if you're watching this before 10,000 views, then we're not gonna see what the true effect of artificial intelligence is. But if you're watching this video after, let's say, 100,000 views, it's too late. It may be too late. All right, may reduce physician stress. There are reports over half of primary physicians feel stress from deadline pressures and other workplace conditions. AI helps streamline procedures, automate functions, instantly share data, and organize operations, all of which help relieve medical professionals of juggling too many tasks. Straight up. All right, the limits. Human surveillance. AI has come a long way in the medical world, but human surveillance is still essential. For example, surgery robots operate logically as opposed to empathetically. Human practitioners may notice vital behavior observations that can help diagnose or prevent medical complications. AI has been around for a few decades and continues to mature. As this area advances, there is more interaction between healthcare professionals and tech experts. AI requires human input and review to be leveraged effectively. As AI develops, the tech and medical fields are increasingly communicating to improve the technology. Years of education are required for medical professionals to operate in their fields. Essentially, information gathered from subject matter experts enriches the data available and improves explainable AI to provide healthcare workers with trusted and valuable insights. May overlook social variables. Patient needs often extend beyond immediate physical conditions. Social, economic, and historical factors can play into appropriate recommendations for particular patients. For instance, an AI system may be able to allocate a patient to a particular care center based on a specific diagnosis. However, this system may not account for patient economic restrictions or other personalized preferences. Privacy also becomes an issue when incorporating an AI system. Brands like Amazon have free reign when it comes to collecting and leveraging data. Hospitals, on the other hand, may face some setbacks when attempting to channel data from Apple mobile devices. For instance, These regulatory and social restrictions may limit AI's ability to facilitate medical practices, may lead to unemployment. Hey, look, we see it all the time. Like, last time I was in LA, I went to go see Snoop Dogg, and I met Corrupt from the Dog Pound. And each morning, or what, I stayed there. I was just there a day, I think. Yeah, I was just there a day. But anyways, there was a McDonald's right there by the hotel. And every time I went down there to go get my food, it was still people in there, but I wasn't ordering from people. I was going up to the touchscreen kiosk, and it was like asking me whatever I wanted, and I was just typing in on the kiosk. That was a robot right there. That was cutting out the person that you go up there and you order from. Walmart, you can go up there and you can scan your own item and go about your business. Target and all of these grocery stores, you can do it yourself. That's a job right there. So the issue is going to come, well, you got all these people, but you got this artificially super intelligent software running through your machines, your robots, doing the job that 100 people could do, but only one software is doing. And it's absolutely crushing it. So, what do you think these companies are going to do? They're going to pay that 100 bands for that software. Or let's say 250 bands for the robots and the software. And they're going to throw it in their stores. It'd probably be more than that, but they're going to throw it in every single last one of their stores, from Wichita, Kansas, to Norfolk, VA, to Norfolk, Rhode Island, or Norfolk, Maine. I think Norfolk's up there, to Madison, Wisconsin, and they're gonna save costs, and they're gonna turn even more of a profit, and they're not gonna care that you don't have a job, because it's all about making money. Money, 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 money. So it says, although AI may help cut costs and reduce clinician pressure, it may also render some jobs redundant. This variable may result in displaced professionals who invested time and money in healthcare education, presenting equity challenges. A 2018 World Economic Forum report projected AI would create a net sum of 58 million jobs by 2022. However, this same study finds 75 million jobs will be displaced or destroyed by AI by the same year. The major reason for this elimination of job opportunities is AI is more integrated across different sectors. Roles that entail repetitive tasks will be redundant. Though AI promises to improve several aspects of healthcare and medicine, it's vital to consider the social ramifications of integrating this technology. There's going to be a lot of homeless people. There's going to be a lot of homeless people that spent all their life studying medicine, and then they're going to be ass down or face down, ass up. It's not going to be a good time. And you just apply what's happening here to all industries and plan accordingly. Plan accordingly. Gotta overstand this. Like, Social Security might not be here for us. So, how else are we gonna get that long money, that new money? This is that new money, right? How are we gonna get that new money? They ushering in AI. Maybe you need to get a job surveilling AI or learning how to code it. Inaccuracies are still possible. I don't need to go into that. And security risks. As AI is generally dependent on data networks, AI systems are susceptible to security risks. The onset of offensive AI, improved cybersecurity, will be required to ensure the technology is sustainable. 88% of decision makers in the security industry are convinced offensive AI is an emerging threat. See, going back to singularity, intelligence explosion, emergence of superintelligence. As AI uses data to make systems smarter and more accurate, cyber attacks, my phone, cyber attacks will incorporate AI to become smarter with each success and failure, making them more difficult to predict and prevent. Once damaging threats outmaneuver security defenses, the attacks will be much more challenging to address. So these are wild times that we're living in. Very, very wild times. Like, there's going to be a major shift. Should AI be used in healthcare? AI has doubtless potential to improve healthcare systems. Automating tedious tasks can free up clinicians' schedules to allow for more patient interfacing. Improving data accessibility assists healthcare professionals in taking the right steps to prevent illness. Right? Real time data can better and more rapidly inform diagnosis. AI is being implemented to reduce administrative errors and save vital resources. SMEs are increasingly involved in AI development, making the technology more applicable and better informed. AI is increasingly applied to healthcare, and limits and challenges continue to be confronted and overcome. AI still requires some human surveillance. This may exclude social variables, experience gaps in population information, and is susceptible to increasingly calculated cyber attacks. Sick. Despite some of the challenges and limits AI faces, this innovative technology promises extraordinary benefits to the medical sector, whether a patient or physician lives everywhere, are improving thanks to AI. Absolutely. And these are a couple of examples of AI in healthcare that will make you feel better about the future. So just things to, I'll put them out there, put that energy out there, and just store it back here. So when you hear it, you'll be like, huh, I've heard of that before. And just do your research. I'm not going to go through all of them, but just a few. So using AI to efficiently diagnose and reduce error. We already know about that. Earlier, earlier disease detection and AI. Location, fully remote, as in, let's see. Delays can mean the difference between life and death. So Viz.ai is helping care teams react faster with AI-powered healthcare solutions. The company's AI products can detect issues and notify care teams quickly, enabling providers to discuss options. All right, my bad. Camera died. So I'm not gonna click on everyone, but I do want to check it out. Health tech software, like I said, software. San Fran. It's a lot of issues going on over there in Silicon Valley. Um, these guys getting ready to move over to, well, not these guys, but there's another Silicon Valley over in Austin, Texas. Let's see what they're who they are. Is the mission statement up here? Da, da, da. Ooh, remote work jobs. Um, Yep. Austin. Yep. All right. So Viz.ai, leader in applied AI in healthcare. Our mission is to fundamentally improve how healthcare is delivered globally through intelligent software that promises to reduce time to treatment and improve access to care. Our flagship product, Viz LVO, leverages advanced deep learning to communicate time sensitive information that stroke patients straight to a specialist who can intervene and treat. In 2018, the U.S. Food and Drug FDA granted a de novo clearance for Viz LVO, the first ever computer aided triage and notification platform. In 2020, Viz Livio became the first AI software to receive approval from CMS. Interesting. See, this is more interesting than being around people who don't give two fucks about you, man. What's this? Hmm. Hmm. That might be tomorrow or next episode. All right, we're gonna read a couple more and then we're gonna close the show up. All right, more accurate cancer diagnosis with AI. So, location is Cambridge, Massachusetts. Path AI is developing machine learning technology to assist patholo- pathologists in making more accurate diagnosis. The company's current goals include reducing error in cancer diagnosis and developing methods for individualized medical treatment. Path AI has worked with drug developers like Bristol Myers Squibb and organizations like the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation to expand its AI technology into other healthcare industries. And they're hiring. Bayo Health, an intelligent symptom checker, Boston, Massachusetts. So, BioHealth is an AI based symptom and cure checker that uses algorithms to diagnose and treat illnesses. Here's how it works: a chatbot listens to a patient's symptoms and health concerns, then guides that patient to the correct care based on its diagnosis. Harvard Medical School is just one of the many hospitals and healthcare providers that uses BIOS AI to help diagnose and treat patients more quickly. Damn, they're not gonna need doctors. That's where this is going. And then they're not gonna even need doctors anymore, man. It's crazy. In Lithic, an AI deep learning for actionable insights. And let me go back up here to the top. So Path AI, Viz.ai. Okay, cool. AI deep learning for actionable insights. San Fran. They're developing deep learning medical tools to streamline radiology diagnosis. The company's deep learning platform analyzes unstructured medical data, as in radiology images, blood tests, EK, EKGs, genomics, patient medical history to give doctors better insight into a patient's real time needs. MIT named Enlithic the fifth smartest AI company in the world, ranking above Facebook and Microsoft. Wow. See, man, it human brain is amazing, man. We'll do two more websites right here. You could do more research on this. All right, Freenome, earlier cancer detection with AI. San Fran, like I said, man, most of these companies over there in Silicon Valley. All right, they use AI in screenings, diagnostic tests, and blood work to test for cancer. By deploying AI at general screenings, Freenome aims to detect cancer in its earliest stages and subsequently develop new treatments. And last, Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center. and their goal is to diagnose deadly blood diseases faster, located in Boston at Harvard. Harvard University's teaching hospital is Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center is using artificial intelligence to diagnose potentially deadly blood diseases at a very early stage. Doctors are using AI enhanced microscopes to scan for harmful bacteria like E. coli, staph, and blood samples at a faster rate than is possible using manual scanning. The scientists using 25,000 images of blood samples to teach the machines how to search for bacteria. The machines then learn how to identify and predict harmful bacteria in blood with 95% accuracy. That's what it's coming to. Everything you see in the movies, they've either done it already or don't want to do it. So, very, very interesting, man. Just where everything is going to, man. It just to wrap up the show. What it's telling me is, I mean, I see it in every single, not every single interaction, but a lot of interactions that I have with a lot of people in this society is that you got to be on point. You can't have any slip ups. People's attention spans are gone. You have TikTok now that has literally rewired people's brains. Facebook timelines with something different, more sinister, or good, or more exciting, or deadly, or blowing farts and bubbles, or more random than the next thing or the last thing that you saw. You have to be so on point with people now. Everything has to be done on time. I need it now. And I get it. We should all have a desire to get better and want to get better. I want to get better. Every day I do get better. But with everything that's being invented, all the new technologies that are coming about, let's not forget to still be human. Because before long, being human may not even be a thing. Like 100% human. It's just like, well, black people. Shit. 50 years from now, I'll probably be the darkest thing walking around on this earth. Especially in America. The new Negro is Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes boy. That's the new Negro. And honestly, that's just what it is. That is just what it is. So it's better to, my opinion, it's better to understand this than to walk around clueless and aimless. Honestly. And I think that people should embrace it. I know it's a lot of people who are scared. I would be a damn liar if I said sometimes I wasn't scared while I was doing this podcast. I'm only scared because of the potential of how big it can get. But I'm still going to hold the line. And when this artificial intelligence really blows up, I want to be still holding the line and still going and still motivating. I want to live forever, but not like how they want us to live forever. I want to live forever through my art, through my messages, through my philosophies and my beliefs. That's how I want to live forever. I don't want to live forever through a software or on a server. That's not what I want. When it's my time, it's my time. You call me old school if you want to. But some things I don't think was meant for man. But it's exciting to at least see it occur. So, this new world that's coming to us, embrace it. Because you ain't going to have a choice. Ready or not, here we come. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Mansion in the Sky podcast where we build the land while we drive it. Always remember, be envious in everything that you do, which is be unconquerable and influential in every single thing that you do. This the Don, the Senator of Smooth and Rude, also known as Tommy Jack or Copper Rich. And I'll see you guys next episode. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. Thank you.